Hey, this is Ryan DeParisi coming at you. Wanted to wanted to go over this speech by Vince Lombardi, one of my favorite coaching and personal development books or authors rather is the actual coach of the Green Bay Packers for Super Bowl I and II. Of course, champions, the Green Bay Packers, the none other than the famous coach Vince Lombardi, after whom the football Super Bowl trophy is named. So it's kind of a long speech, and I'm not going to go over all of it, but I want to pick out some key points from it. The first thing is that winning is not a sometime thing; it's an all the time thing. You don't win once in a while. You don't do things right once in a while. You do them right all the time. Winning is a habit. Unfortunately, so is losing. So let me break down a couple of those points. The first point I wanted to talk about is the fact that winning is an all the time thing. Winning starts right here in your head. Winning starts with an attitude. It's a decision. It's a decision that you're going to win, that I'm going to win, that we are going to win, no matter what. Because if you start off from that mindset, that when you hit obstacles, not when you hit obstacles, not if you hit obstacles, but when you hit obstacles, because it will happen. When you hit obstacles, those obstacles will be a lot smaller in your eyes because you'll see the end goal in mind. You'll see the end in sight. You start with that end in mind. It's one of the things in goal setting that I've probably heard over and over again. If you've been in the sales and home-based business industry for quite a long time, you'll know, or you've heard many times, that to begin with the end in mind. Well, when we begin with the end in mind, we can see that goal and work our way backwards. So moving on, you don't win once in a while. You don't do things right once in a while. You do them right all the time. Winning is a habit. Unfortunately, so is losing. So what that says to me is that habit, let's back up. What is a habit? A habit is something that it's an action that's repeated over and over and over again, better or for worse. And that repeated action over the course of days, weeks, months, and sometimes even years forms a habit. Again, it only takes about 21 days to form a habit, so the researchers say. How long does it take to break a habit? That depends on what the habit is. How ingrained is it in your life? How long have you been doing it? Has it been a habit for a couple months or 20 years? It makes a difference, because if it's a habit that you've had in your life for 10 to 20 years or even 5 years, it might take a little longer to break that habit if it's a bad habit, or even if it's a good habit but you want to change that habit, than it will if the habit has been only in your life for about 1 or 2 months. There is no room for second place. There is only one place in my game. That's the first place. That's the next part of the quote of the speech, the famous number one speech by Vince Lombardi. So does that mean that if you come in second or third or fourth, you're a dirtbag? Of course not. It means that in your mind, you have to want to be number one. You have to want to be the best. And if that competition is just yourself, that's fine. Healthy competition has been proven to be excellent for many things in life. I mean, that's why some of your best, most successful people have played sports or have been in some type of competitive venture early on in childhood or even their teen years. I know myself, I played sports competitively for 12 to 13 years. all throughout my youth, and then up and through high school, and then even college. I played in intramural league. But again, playing sports consistently throughout the seasons from fall to winter to spring, it definitely that competitive nature that I gained from playing sports over those many, many years, it permeated into other areas of my life. It definitely affected every area of my life. It affected my choice of career eventually, being that I'm fairly athletic, in good shape. It allowed me to get into the Navy as an officer, which I still am right now. I am a home-based business entrepreneur as well. Right now, I'm still in the Navy as an officer. And again, what allowed me to get into the Navy as an officer is partly being competitive, having that never say die attitude, always wanting to win, and being number one in my mind amongst all the other applicants that were applying to that program that I applied for. So moving on, it's there is a second place bowl game, but it's a game for losers played by losers. It is and always has been an American zeal to be first in anything we do, and to win and to win and to win. Because again, remember, who actually remembers who came in second place? Who remembers who the runner-up was in? Who remembers who went to the NIT instead of the NCAA tournament? Well, no one really. People remember the NCAA Final Four teams, and especially the champion, because people don't have enough room in their mind to remember all of the other competitors, and they don't even really want to. They really want to remember the winners, because the winners, and we already know what the losers know. If you've been in the losing position before, you know everything that loser on that team knows. But yeah, why does everyone want to know what the winners know? Because everyone wants to win. I mean, that's kind of obvious, but it goes without saying. Every time a football player goes to ply his trade, he's got to play from the ground up, from the soles of his feet right up to his head. Every inch of him has to play. Some guys play with their heads. That's okay. You've got to be smart to be number one in any business. But more importantly, you've got to play with your heart, with every fiber of your body. If you're lucky enough to find a guy with a lot of head and a lot of heart, he's never going to come off the field second. So, wow, this is just chock full of tidbits and awesome points to apply in any business. Myself, I'm in home-based business. I definitely think that home-based business is one of the best ways, if not the best way, to win in life when it comes to building wealth. Right now, I will say that choosing to not only play with your head but with your heart. Is your heart in it? Ask yourself, is your heart really in what you're doing? If not, why are you doing it? Why are you spending your time? Why are you investing your precious time doing what it is you really don't want to be doing? Life is short. Life is very short. So why not take a step back, reevaluate what you're doing? Is it bringing you the success that you want to see in your life? Is it bringing you the results you want to see in your life? What are your goals? Have you set goals? Have you set SMART goals? Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Have you set SMART goals? Have you written them down? Have you set short-term goals, usually between, I'd say 6 months to a year, or up to 6 months, medium term, up to a year to two, and then long term, probably up to about 5 years, depending on your time horizon, how far out you want to set your goals. But again, no one remembers second place. So play ahead, be smart about it. But if your heart is not in what you're doing, if you're in a home business right now and you don't fully believe in what you're doing, if you don't really believe the products are going to bring value to people out in the marketplace, then it's game over. I would just stop what you're doing right now, take a step back, reevaluate, and stop marketing, because people are going to see right through what it is that you are doing and know that you don't fully believe in your product. You fully don't believe that what you have to offer is the best vehicle to either get them to a financially free and independent position, or has the best products for that particular niche, whatever you're focused on. Right now, I'm in a business that we offer cash back from multiple thousands of big name retailers like Apple, Best Buy, Newegg in the technology front. There are so many I can't even name them all, but I'll put a link to some videos beneath this video so you can check it out further. But really, I want to keep this call focused on mindset and habits to win. So moving on in the speech. Running a football team is no different than running any other kind of organization. An army, a political party, or a business. The principles are the same. The object is to win, to beat the other guy. Maybe that sounds hard or cruel. I don't think it is. So this is an interesting paragraph because, in business, certainly there is a ton of competition. As we know, the marketplace is full of competitors. If you're in the home business space, you know that there are so many different businesses out there. Back in the day, I was part of the big A. If you're in the home business space, you know which one I'm talking about. It started back in 1959. You can Google it. And that's an awesome business to this day. They make billions of dollars every year. And there are numerous success stories. And I will never, ever talk badly about that business. I still have friends in that business. It taught me a lot. It taught me the importance of goal setting, of reading personal development books, association. Who are you associating with? When the speech talks about running a football team is no different than running any other kind of organization, I think about it from a broader sense. Where I was going with that last point I made was, from that business to today, the landscape has changed immensely. There are so many home-based business opportunities out there. You need to look at a few things. You need to look at what types of businesses are out there, what kind of time each one requires of you, who is the leadership, and most importantly, is it something that you believe in, and does it have a team that full of leaders that you can respect? Are there mentors that on the team that can mentor you? If you're newer in business, some pointers on that. I would say look for mentors who have experience in the business industry, in the home-based business industry. People who have results. Is the fruit on the tree? Have they made money? How do they talk? How do they lead? Do they include you? Do they set the bar high for you to obtain? Do they make it too low? Are they available? Are they willing to help? Are they willing to do Google Hangouts with you? Are they willing to do three-way calls with you? Are they willing to give you a call if need be and encourage you and motivate you and give you a kick in the butt if you need to? Because I know I've needed a good kick in the butt many times, and my upline in business has done that for me on many occasions, whether it be through a personal phone call or just watching a video that he was in where he motivated me to just step it up and do better. Um, competition. Competition is out there. One of the things about home-based business that I love, especially in the network marketing industry, is the creative aspect as well. There's competition, certainly, but the collaborative effort and helping others to win in order to win yourself is what I love about this industry. This is truly a unique industry. The network marketing profession and industry is totally unique in that sense. In business, especially like Wall Street and or Main Street, it's a dog-eat-dog world, and certainly there's a lot of competition in network marketing. But one of the main differences, if you've probably noticed or probably observed if you're in the industry, or if you're not in the industry, one of the things that you'll want to take notice of is that in order to succeed in network marketing, you have to help someone else. So it's a win-win situation. If I help someone else succeed and make money, I make money. If I don't help that person succeed, I don't make any money. So really, it is a win-win-win situation. It is a reality of life. Men are competitive, and the most competitive games draw the most competitive men. That's why they are there, to compete, to know the rules and objectives when they get in the game. The object is to win fairly, squarely, by the rules, but to win. So let's break this down a little bit. It's a reality of life that men are competitive and that most men, and when I talk about men here, it's men and women. It's the all-inclusive men and women. So just so you know, games draw the most competitive men and women. That's why they are there, to compete. So we're here to compete. We're here to win. To know the rules and objectives when they get in the game. Maybe that sounds, I'm sorry, I lost my place. See, the object is to win fairly, squarely, by the rules, but to win. So in the home-based business industry, there are lots of ways to win. You can market offline, you can market online, you can do a combination of both. You can be more techy, using a lot of high-tech sales funnels. You can be more low-tech, but there are a lot of different things to know, especially if you're marketing online. There are sales funnels, there's product creation, there's affiliate marketing, there's what else? Shooting video editing, outsourcing. There's so many different aspects. There's syndication of your videos, blogging, solo ads. I mean, I can name hundreds of different things, and probably this is old hat to many of you watching this video, but as you know, there are many, many ways to win. So what I would suggest is figure out what way works best for you. If your personality is not to be on camera, then don't be on camera. I do think video is one of the best ways to market. It's very personal, and people get to know you that way better. You can see my face. You can see my real person. You can see that I'm not some phantom voice coming across the internet. I do have I'm real. So that's one way to do it, but there are other ways too. You can do it through just audio. You can do it through solo ads. You can do it through just pure list building, and you can make videos, instructional videos, but your face does not have to be on camera. You could do off camera videos. For example, instructional videos on how to market, how to place a solo ad, how to do list building, how to use things like Fiverr and Craigslist to make money. There's so many different things out there. You just have to choose what methods of marketing and what type of business you want to do. For more on that, I'll shoot another video later on, maybe in a day or so, about those aspects. And in truth, I've never known a man worth his salt who, in the long run, deep down in his heart, didn't appreciate the grind, the discipline. There is something in good men that really yearns for discipline and the harsh reality of head-to-head combat. So this is, let me unpack this for a minute. I think the main point here is that the journey is just as important as the destination. It's who we become in the process that's just as important as the destination. In fact, the journey is the most enjoyable part. It's the act of being and becoming something greater than yourself, something greater than you are right now, becoming a better version of yourself. There's always room for improvement. I know that myself. I heard this long time ago from a tape in my old business I used to be in. It's can I constant and never-ending improvement. I love that. It's just always focus on improvement. How can I improve myself? How can I improve those around me? How can I be the best person that I can be today so that I have a great impact on those around me today? Because life is short and I have to take full advantage of it every day. And the last part of it is, I don't say these things because I believe in the brute nature of man, or that men must be brutalized to be combative. I believe in God and I believe in human decency. But I firmly believe that any man's finest hour, the greatest fulfillment of all that he holds dear, is that moment when he has worked his heart out in a good cause and lies exhausted on the field of battle, victorious. So let's go back to kind of the beginning. Why are you in business? Why are you doing what you're doing? Is it just to get better, or is it to win? It's both. It's both. It really is. It's not just to get better, because if you just get better but you never reach your goal, that defeats the purpose. But in the pursuit of your goal, you will become better, but you have to figure out how it is you're going to achieve your goal. Have the vision in mind first. Don't think that you have to have the knowledge of how you're going to achieve the goal in mind when you start, because that will come. Just make a decision that you're going to achieve the goal and keep that vision in the front of your mind at all times. Review it, certainly on paper every day, but keep it in mind. Keep it in the forefront of your mind. And then every day, meditate on that before you go to bed at night, when you wake up in the morning, in the middle of the day, multiple times per day, especially at night, so that your subconscious mind can keep that and just, chew on that all night long. So that basically you're programming your mind for success every day and every night. So I love that last statement of the speech where he says, is that moment he has worked his heart out in a good cause and lies exhausted in the field of battle, victorious. So if you're lucky in this life, you get to spend maybe 80, maybe 90 years, maybe 100 if you're really fortunate on this earth. And then, then you die, and then there's an afterlife, or at least that's what I believe. But anyway, on this earth, you have a limited amount of time to make an impact on those around you. And you have to decide how you're going to do that. Is it going to be through business? And if it is through business, then, which business are you going to use as your vehicle? The business I'm in right now, it appeals to the masses. It appeals to everyone around you. It's a customer-centric model. The links are below, so I won't go into the details here. But I will say that the team that you associate yourself with in business is just as important as the actual business model. if not more important. Surrounding yourself with the right people. Your association is exceedingly important. It's the most important thing. And if you're not hanging out with the right people who don't have the leadership and don't have the expertise, don't have the track record that you want, then go somewhere else. Come join us. Come join us. I'm so excited about this current project that I'm working on. And tell you what, we're just really in the very, very pre-launch stages. In fact, the launch of the team is just starting here in the next about 2 weeks, meeting up in San Diego for the launch of Team WooCar. So what I want to say is, getting back to that last quote, is what you're doing a good cause? Is what you're doing going to, can you go all out and at the end of the day, at the end of the journey, lie exhausted on the field of battle and call yourself victorious? If the answer is no, then evaluate what you're doing. If the answer is yes, God bless you, fantastic, I'm so happy for you. But if the answer is no, then I totally encourage you to take a look at what we're doing, because this is one of the most exciting, if not the most exciting thing I've ever been involved with. So click on the link below this video to get more information. I look forward to doing more of these videos for you in the future. If you got value from this video, please leave a comment below. And I look forward to hearing from you and doing more of these videos from you here real soon. So have a great day. You absolutely deserve it. Out here. Bye.